What's up, everybody? We are back out on the range today, and we have the 6.5 Creedmoor back out again with a new scope, with a Burris scope, a good scope, instead of that old cheap Tosco mess. We never could get it sighted in with it, so your boy ponied up, and I went and spent some good money for some good glass. Now, many would argue the scope costs more than the gun. And yeah, I'll give you that. But hey, in the real world, if you're serious about shooting and you want to make sure you get that clean, ethical kill on them deer or whatever you're hunting, yeah, you need to spend the money for the glass, because it's important, especially when you're shooting long shots. Like on my 308 here, we're going to shoot after a while. It's got a big power scope on it because I go out to the mountains and stuff, and I'm liable to shoot up to 450 up to 500 yards with it. So I've got to have big power to be able to see. That scope was a little more than this one. But having said that, it wasn't a bad price. I ain't gonna say it was more than the gun, but it was close. It is a Burris full field E1 39x40. My dad's gonna primarily use this gun, and he's gonna be shooting it, 100 yards, 200 yards at the max around here. That's the extreme furthest we would shoot. And that's only if he's sitting in one stand that we got. So there wasn't no need to put a big, powerful scope like on my 308, because he doesn't go to the mountains with his hunting. He primarily just hunts here at home. So having said that, I have bore scoped this thing and set up the scope as best I can already. So I'm going to send a couple down range and see if we can get it on paper. And if we can get it on paper, well, we know we can work it over to where it needs to be if we can get it on paper. And we're shooting today out of it Winchester PowerPoints. Not really shot them a lot, so I don't know a lot about them. Down in the comments, tell me, do you like these? Do you prefer these? Do you don't like them? Tell me the pros and cons of them, because I've never used them. If I'm buying ammo, I'm a Core-Lokt guy. And here, as of lately, I'm a Core-Lokt tipped guy. But as of last year, I took up reloading. So I reload all my 308 stuff. I just bought the dies to be able to reload the 6.5 Creedmoor stuff. So it's going to be getting some of my loads. And I do use the ballistic tips, the tipped ammo. I've got some Hornady on the way, SSTs, I think is what they are, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. And I've also got, I cannot remember for the life of me what these were. But anyhow, I've got them, whatever those are. I'd have to look at the box, y'all. My forgetter works too good, but that's what I've been shooting out of the 308. Now, y'all remember last time we were shooting my hand loads. It was some of my first batch I've ever done, and I'm still learning. They wasn't grouping like I liked. The factory loads, touching every shot. My hand loads were not, so I've got some work to do on them. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 more of my hand loads that I think were my second batch were a little bit different than the first. So I'm going to shoot them. I loaded them last year, so I can't quite remember exactly. I'd have to look at my books. But we're going to be doing some reloading pretty soon, and I'm going to be trying to match the same groups as what the Full Metal Jackets, because I can put Full Metal Jackets in that Ruger gun, and we can sit here all day and play punch to bullseye with it, because it is dead on with, even with the Core-Lokts, with the soft tip Core-Lokts. I can most of them will be touching. So, yeah. All right. I've rambled enough. Let's send a round or two down range, and let's see if we can get this Savage Axis 6.5 Creedmoor on paper today. Oh boy. There we go. Always a little better without the glasses. We'll get it set up here like I want it. There we go. That's better. Oh yeah. All right. Let's do this, y'all. You know one thing we got to work on this Savage, and that is the trigger. Because it has a hellacious trigger pull. Alright, here we go. I can't tell. Let me get my binoculars and see if I can see. My eyesight ain't what it once was, y'all. May have to use my gun as a spotting scope. I do not see a hole nowhere. Alright, let's shoot 2 more and then we'll go down there and check on it. Something didn't feel right there. That felt better. I just can't see down there. Let's shoot one more. Then we'll walk down there and take a gander. Huh. Alright. Let's walk down there and take a look-see. I'll just carry y'all with me. Now let's open that barrel so it can cool down. This is 100 yards. Probably, if this don't work, I've got another target. If I can't get on paper that far, I've got another target and I'll pull it up and get it on paper a little closer. But, I mean, I set the bore scope last night, but from way up there, I sure couldn't see no bullet holes. But I did see some dust fly one time, so I at least know it's hitting the backdrop. But this we may have to pull up here a little closer and get it in static first. That's probably what I should have done instead of wasting ammo. I probably should have just stopped right here and shot it a couple times and get it right and then backed out. I think I maybe see some bullet holes now down low. If that's them, it's way low, y'all. If that's bullet holes, I'm not sure. No, that's a leaf I'm looking at. I was hoping, honestly, I was hoping it was bullet holes because that would have told me a story on it. Huh. Not a single bullet hole anywheres. That's disheartening. You know, I've heard people say that the cheap bore scopes are no good. And after seeing this, I'm inclined to agree with them, y'all. Okay. I know this thing does kick up, but I don't see where the rounds tore up nowhere to know anything of that nature. So, no, I didn't hit that tree. At least I don't think I hit that tree. I think I would see some stuff if I hit that tree. Okay. Let me just get the gun and come down here a little ways and see if we can get something on paper. If we can't get this scope to work with that gun, then this gun gets to go back to Savage because there's something wrong with it. I know how to set up a scope. I know how to sight them in. Now it could be my bore scope. Like I said, it's just a little cheap one from eBay. It's not really a good one. And it's got the stupid, I don't like it because it's got the little jam nuts up around the light. And that thing very, very well could be off. So what I'm going to do is pull the bolt out of it and bore scope it that way. And probably get closer and then try again. See if we get it on paper at 50 yards or even at 20 yards. And then we can go from there. We can back up to 100. So I'm going to pause y'all just a minute while I get everything set up. And I'll pick y'all back up when I get it there. All right. So I pulled the bolt out. I bore sighted it here. I'm going to send one more down at 100 and just see if it gets on paper with this. If it don't, then we'll move down. But it was, y'all, when I tell y'all it was way off, it was feet off. So that means my bore scope is no good. So I stuck my bore scope in my rifle that I know is pretty dead on. Wasn't even close, y'all. So obviously I didn't touch that scope. So let's send one more downrange and see what happens. I feel like that we might can get a little better feel of it this time. Okay. Here we go, y'all. Huh. I don't know, y'all. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Let me run down here close and shoot it. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So I took it down there. We got it figured out. We on paper now. And it looked like I was an inch low. So let's one click is a quarter MOA up and down. So I need to bring it up. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 clicks up. And then I was 2 inches to the left. Let me right, let's be left. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just do 1 inch for now. Let's shoot it one more time. See where we're at. Now, I think I've only got 3 more shots to get this right before I'm out of ammo. But we are very close to having it locked in, y'all. And I do mean very close. So here we go. All right, let me get on the big scope. I think I see it right at the bullseye. Can't tell for sure. Probably gonna have to get some more ammo. It could be this ammo. I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments. Is this ammo any good or no? Man, I wish my eyes would work like they used to. Okay, it's perfectly in line. And I think I went the wrong way with it. So let's go. Let's try it right there. Last shot, y'all. Let's hope for the best. I got to go buy some more bullocks. As my buddy Hootie Hoo would say, bullocks. Shout out to Hootie Hoo. If y'all don't know who that is, look him up on YouTube. He is a gun genius. I've learned so much from watching him. So if y'all have never seen him, go check him out. It's Hootie Hoo. And check him out. See what you think. He does reviews of every gun you can think of, every bullet you can think of. He's actually funny to watch too. So yeah, tag him in this video. If you see it, my guy, you was inspiration. Appreciate you. And I'll always recommend followers to you, my friend. Ha 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 ha. Well, that was a good shot. We can go. And that should be dead on. You can see one more time. Little left. Let's pull it. A couple clicks left. And when we get some more ammo, that should be dead spot on right there, y'all. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful to see it is grouping good. Every adjustment I made, it went right down to where I had it. That final shot, I mean, it was, the height wise, it was good. It was just a kick to the left. It'd have been a dead deer, but we gonna get it tack driving. Don't you worry, my friends. It's gonna be a tack driver. I can already tell it. She is very, very close. I'll probably go get some bullets. We may go get some tomorrow, and we may pick up on this video again tomorrow. I enjoy shooting. I've got to get Pops out here, and Pops has got to get acclimated with this gun too and get used to shooting it as well. So we may do some shooting tomorrow. Now I'm gonna shoot a few of my loads just to see where I was at, and you know, like I said, I want to try some different things, so I need some empty cases. What better way to get some empty cases than to have fun sending them down range? So let's send some good rounds down range. And now this is a Ruger American Gen 2 in 308. I absolutely love it. I bought it last year. I have already killed 5 deer with it, I think, last year. I think that's what I tagged out last year. But I did kill one of my other guns. So yes, 5 with this gun. But I love it. Everything that I have put in sight and pulled the trigger was right there. Can't brag enough on these Burris scopes. I'm not sponsored by Ruger or Burris. Would love to be. I would even love to be a product tester for them. Tag them in the video if you know them. I would be more than glad to. But yeah, this combination right here is deadly, y'all. This Ruger American. I know. I know people preach for the big money guns, the Bergaras and the Christensens, and I'm not knocking them, y'all. I would love to have me a Christensen Arms 7 PRC or 6.5 PRC. That's my dream gun. Reality is I can't afford it. I can't afford this good looking thing here. And I can kill just as many deer with this gun here. So don't be a gun snob. Just because people don't have the best of the best don't mean they're not out here trying the hardest. These cheap guns, I ain't gonna call them cheap. It wasn't cheap, but this lower part of the scale gun will really surprise you. It is a tack driver if there ever was one. A lot of people are using them. A lot of people are starting to build these guns for the long range shooting. So yeah, don't discredit them just because they're a little budget friendly. There's nothing wrong with being budget friendly in life. You don't always have to have that top name brand. I know people like it. I know people desire it. Like I said, if I could afford it, that 7 PRC Christensen Arms would be here. But hey, I know no time soon I'm better to afford that. So I'm gonna tell you what, that Ruger American Gen 2 7 PRC may come soon. And I will be just as happy with it as if it was a Christensen Arms, y'all. Here we go. Let's shoot the board. At least I know I ain't flinching, right? That's the best way to check yourself. Forget to load it. It'll tell the tale. Whoa, that's a much more impactful kick. Oh, she's right on right there, bud. See if we can make them touch. Tell y'all what, love this gun. The more I shoot it, the more I love it. It's such a sweet shooting gun. Them two touching. Yeah, that's a sub MOA group down there, fellas. And that was with my hand loads. So whatever these three were, I had it right. And I've got it wrote down in the book. So we will know. And I think these three are the same. So we'll shoot these three as well. Like I said, I'm trying to get some empty cases because what I'm fixing to do is make a few different loads with some minor differences. And I'm going to try some different bullets. I'm going to try some SSTs. I'm going to try some different Hornadies. I'm going to try some SIG. I think these are SIG, if I'm not mistaken. And see which one this gun likes. I'll tell y'all what these guns shoot really, really well. Straight out of the box, 150 grain, Remington core lock. It will touch all three bullets with them for whatever reason. This gun loves them. Everybody I've talked to says they love them. And I'm not even talking about the tipped ammo. It shoots the tipped ammo even better. But just the cheap run-of-the-mill Remington core lock. All right, let's go to the paper this time instead of the board. Let's aim for... Let's go to the bottom center square right there. Oh, yeah. Right where I put it. Literally right where I put it. I think I pulled just a little bit on that, but it didn't even move far with me flinching. Felt myself flinch, but it's still, it's still within an inch. That I can promise. Ha. Well, that's no bueno. Women don't like that. Let's just get rid of that one. I don't know what happened there, y'all. It might have been a bad primer. Ain't gonna risk it though. We're still gonna shoot one more. It's possible I could have got a bad primer. Okay, where was we? Right here. Yeah, that was definitely a different load there because it pulled down. All right. Hand loads. Right proud of. Shoot 3 of these. Let's Let's get the barrel and see how she feels. Yeah, she ain't hot. A little warm, but not hot hot. All right, that's all the hand loads. Now these are some SIG rounds. I bought these. They were on clearance at the mountains last year, and I bought them just cause they ain't worth carrying out the store, y'all. They will not group. You can't reload the cases. I wished I'd have kept my $30 for them or $20, whatever I paid for them at the time. They're not that great a bullet. I would have thought they would have been, being from SIG. But I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments. Do y'all like SIG ammo? What's your favorite ammo? Comment down below. Tell me what gun you shoot that you hunt with. What's your go-to? What's your favorite to shoot or whatever? And what's your favorite ammo out of it? And, you know, tell me why. What is it because of the groups, the knockdown power? What's more important to you? Having them bullets touching on that piece of paper or having something with some serious knockdown power? I know for this gun, 150 grain is its favorite. I could shoot all the way up. I think they make one close to 180 grain that I could reload and put in it, but it does. I've shot 165s and it groups great with them. Don't get me wrong. It'll still do a 1-inch group, maybe 1 1/4. But with the 150 grain, it's 1/4-inch groups. And, you know, I've had all three touching that a pencil eraser will cover them. I mean, it's just unreal how good this setup is. And this ammo I'm shooting right now, and I'm not shooting my loads no more. This is some cheap stuff I had. I'm solely just getting casing. That's all I'm doing. I'm just sending them down range, getting me some cases to reload. So I'm going to aim right up here this time. Whew. Love this gun, y'all. I'm telling y'all I love this gun. Oh, I flinched. I felt it when I did it. Messed that group up. It was a pretty group till I flinched on that last one. All right, last three. Last three. Then we're going to call it a night. Let the old arm recoup because I'm starting to feel it in the shoulder. I'm going to tell y'all what. This one's got a muzzle brake on it. When that muzzle blast hits you in the face, whew, it'll kick you right in the teeth. But I imagine it'd probably kick a lot worse. And y'all don't pick on my little girly pad here. Look, I ain't gonna lie, I got shoulder problems. That thing helps. Y'all can laugh at me if you want. I do not care at all. And there went my glasses. Yeah. Yeah. Got some good groups down there to look at, y'all. So, all right. I'm going to pause y'all just a minute. Get all my stuff cleaned up and loaded on the side by side. We'll ride down there and take a look. I'll show y'all. I'll circle what was what and show y'all how we did. Let y'all judge me from there. I can feel the judgment coming, but that's all right. I welcome it with open arms. If y'all got tips to help me be a better shooter, feel free. I'm not a professional. I am not no kind of training. Everything I learned on my own, taught myself. So any tips is highly appreciated. I'm always open. So give me just a minute. I'll pick y'all up down there.